We're going to walk you through our Keilan material, which is also known as Chinese broccoli. Now the first one we're going to begin with is Kenny.
Yeah, that's right. So Kenny was our first introduction really to the Chinese broccoli market, Andrew. And and essentially what we tried to do was bring hybridized varieties to the market that is currently largely an open pollinated market. And so obviously with that comes that uniformity advantage, the yield improvements, and also it tends to be a lot more efficient and quick to harvest. And so this is our variety Kenny, and what usually happens is you get 2 to 3 in a bunch, and they're kind of presented this way in most supermarkets. But the next variety on your left there is one that'd be worth talking about. That's basically our next generation and what we hope to be our next commercial option. And again, we're just looking to try and add a little bit more uniformity in yield, and obviously slow bolting is a really important trait of these hybrids.
Is that the one trait that excites you so much about this new material?
Yeah, probably. I think you always see a percentage of bolting in the open pollinated varieties, and inevitably that means that the harvest is just a little bit slower, there's a little bit more labour cost. So being able to remove that, but then also making sure that we've still got that yield advantage, we've still got that uniformity advantage, and hopefully we can bring like a disease tolerance or resistance advantage too. So that's kind of the elements of the hybrids. And then probably the last one.
Well, look at the uniformity in that one. That one's Bruce, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, and this is different. So in Australia, we do something a little different to the rest of the world in that we tend to have mostly those leaf varieties that we just looked at. This is actually what's called a stem variety. And in most parts of the world, this is actually the way that Chinese broccoli is grown and marketed. And you'll have effectively 2 to 3 of these in a bunch, similar to the way we would do baby broccoli in Australia. And these stems are incredibly sweet and crunchy. And look, hopefully, field days are all about bringing something new and different. So hopefully, it might be one of those new crops that could just generate a little bit of interest and maybe create something new for the Australian market.